Before we begin this amazing journey into the hidden value of an old South African coin, make sure to hit the subscribe button right now and join our coin collecting family. Your one click helps this channel grow and brings you more rare coin stories, forgotten histories, and unexpected treasure finds from around the world. So go ahead and subscribe because today's coin might surprise you more than you expect. Most of us have seen small bronze coins lying around in drawers, old cupboards, or inside metal tins where we kept small change many years ago. Some of us might even remember the days when 1 cent actually meant something. But what if I told you that a tiny 1 cent coin minted in 1964 in South Africa could hold more value than a whole wallet of modern currency? What if this small brown coin, forgotten by many, could be the kind of hidden treasure that collectors silently hunt for? That is exactly what we're going to explore today. This is the story, beauty, rarity, and hidden value of the South Africa 1 cent coin from 1964. Imagine the world in 1964. A year filled with political shifts, cultural changes, and countries trying to shape their future. In South Africa, the mint produced a series of coins under the South African Republic. These coins represented not only the economic system, but also a very specific era in the country's history. The 1 cent coin of that time was struck in bronze, giving it a warm reddish-brown tone that becomes darker as it ages. For collectors who love coins from the mid-1900s, this coin carries both visual beauty and historical weight. When someone from the older generation holds this coin, it often triggers a wave of nostalgia. Men in their late 50s to mid-60s often remember using small denomination coins for buying sweets, matches, newspapers, or bus tickets. The size, the texture, and even the smell of old bronze can bring back memories from a time when life was simpler and money carried a different kind of value. That is why these older coins have a special emotional appeal, especially among collectors of this age group. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of personal history. The 1964 South African 1 cent coin features a beautiful design. On the obverse side, you have the portrait of Jan van Riebeeck, the Dutch colonial administrator often considered the founder of Cape Town. His profile is sharp, dignified, and carries the classical style of mid-century engraving. Across the rim appears the country's name. The reverse side shows a beautifully detailed image of 2 sparrows perched on a branch. This artwork symbolizes peace, nature, and everyday life in South Africa. The design is simple yet elegant, and its detailed engraving makes it stand out when compared to many other small denomination coins from the same period. Now, you might ask, what makes this particular year, 1964, so interesting for collectors? First, it was a year of relatively low mintage compared to other 1 cent issues of the decade. Second, many of these coins entered heavy circulation, meaning a lot of them suffered damage, scratches, wear, and discoloration. That means finding one in exceptionally good condition today is far more difficult than finding common circulated examples. Collectors always look for coins that are well preserved, and even a slight improvement in condition can increase the price dramatically. Another reason collectors value this coin is the changing historical significance. During the 1960s, South Africa was under international attention, and many coins from this period are considered important pieces of political and cultural history. Whether we agree or disagree with the events of that time, these coins remain historical artifacts that represent a very specific moment in the country's timeline. That historical context adds value, especially for longtime collectors who appreciate coins from transitional years. When evaluating a 1964 1 cent coin, condition makes all the difference. A coin that has been used many years will naturally show signs of wear. The edges may be smoother, the letters might look softer, and the sparrow design may lose some of its sharpness. Collectors classify condition using grades such as good, fine, very fine, extremely fine, and uncirculated. Uncirculated coins, especially those with an original shine or mint luster, are extremely rare for this date because small denominations rarely survive untouched. Most people didn't think such coins were worth saving, so only a handful of high-grade examples remain today. The metal content of this coin is bronze, which ages in an interesting way. If stored carefully, it develops a beautiful natural patina that can increase the coin's appeal. But if exposed to moisture or rough storage conditions, it can turn dark, blotchy, or even greenish. That is why condition varies so much between surviving examples. When a collector sees a well-preserved 1964 bronze coin without corrosion, discoloration, or scratches, he knows he has found something worth keeping. Now let's talk about why collectors above the age of 55 especially love coins like this one. Many men in this age group grew up in an era where physical money meant something. Coins were not just small metal discs in your pocket. They were tools of everyday life. Unlike the digital age we live in today, people learned to value money through experience. This emotional connection makes older coins incredibly meaningful. When someone from that generation holds a 1964 1-cent coin, they don't just see its design. They see memories, moments, and stories. That emotional connection is what drives many collectors to pay higher prices for coins that remind them of their childhood or youth. Let's take a moment to imagine how this small coin may have traveled. It might have passed through a worker's hands after a long day in a factory. It might have been given as change in a local shop. It might have been part of a child's savings kept in a jar. It might have been placed in a mint set by someone who had the foresight to preserve it. Every coin has a story, and that story adds depth to its value. That is why thoughtful collectors appreciate not only the physical condition, but also the history behind each coin. Now you may wonder about rarity. While these coins aren't impossibly rare in heavily used condition, the number of high-grade examples is extremely limited. That's where the true value lies. A 1964 coin in poor or average condition might be found easily and isn't worth a lot. But a coin that looks almost untouched, with sharp details and bright surfaces, can command a very impressive price in today's collector market. Collectors who buy these coins today often search for pieces that stand out in grade and appearance. If they see a coin with minimal wear, original color, and strong detail, they won't hesitate to pay more. Over time, prices have steadily increased because collectors are becoming more interested in coins from the mid-1900s, especially those connected to colonial or transitional periods. This long-term demand has pushed the value upward, especially for rare high-quality specimens.